A major political storm is unfolding in Albania, and at the center of it is a luxury resort project linked to the Kushner, son-in-law of US President Donald Trump. So what happens when foreign investment, environment protection, and political trust collide in one Europe's most fragile coastal ecosystem? Thousands of protesters have taken onto the streets of Albania, accusing the government of pushing towards a $1.6 billion luxury tourism project without proper consultation and transparency. Well, all of this development is planned in the Vjosa Narta coastal region, as widely known for its rare biodiversity, wetlands, and flamingo habitats. But for many demonstrators, this is not just about tourism. It is about survival of the national ecosystem that they believe that it is under threat. Protesters carrying pink flamingo symbols flooded the public square, warning that heavy construction activity could now permanently damage the protected wetlands. With that, reports of excavators and bulldozers entering the parts of the regions have been intensifying their anger, sparking one of the country's biggest environment protests in the recent years. And yet, the government tells a very different story altogether. Prime Minister Edi Rama has also defended the project, calling it a transformative opportunity for Albania's ecosystem. Yes, the economy. He argues that luxury tourism can bring jobs, investments, and global visibility to a country still developing its infrastructure and then on the tourism sector. But that argument is now facing the strongest resistance yet. Environment groups say that Vjosa Narta region is not just the land, but a critical stopover for migratory birds along with the Ardiac flyways. Now, they warn that once such ecosystem is disrupted, it cannot be easily restored, which is right. At the same time, questions are growing about the governance and transparency inside Albania. Opposition voices claim that the key decisions were made without public debate and then protected status rules that have been altered to avoid development. Well, authorities have reportedly opened the investigations into the land classification changes and project approvals. But there is where the story takes a very politically sensitive turn, because this is not just a domestic Albanian issue anymore. The involvement of the project linked to a high-profile US political family has turned local protest into international. Well, it is about influence, investment, as well as environment responsibility. Clashes have been reported during the demonstrations, with police urging the crowd to control the measures provided by the government buildings. And yet, despite the pressure, both sides remain firm. The government insists that this is once-in-a-generation opportunity, while protesters insist there is no point of return for Albania's natural heritage. So the question now is not just whether the project will go ahead or not. It is whether Albania can balance economic ambition with environment survivals without deepening political divisions into the process.